So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Messi. Well, they can break here. And here's Hullet. This might spell danger. Brilliant! And again! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Cruzeiro are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rodri. Vieira. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And here's Hullet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nesta clears it away. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. Schneider. Horn, here's a shot! And that's off target.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
And it's Messi. Threads one in, and that could set him on his way. Space for him to turn and look. Delivered in. And he's there to get it away. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he is slightly under... Oh no, this does not look good. Nesta deals with that comfortably.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And back to the keeper, Buffon, a keeper with complete command over his defence.
Cruzeiro really can't go chasing this game too soon. And he...
Oh, that's ambitious.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Hullet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nesta is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And here's Messi. And he's managed to get Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tries to pass it through. Pass is just off target. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cruyff. Cruyff will not... He's having a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Schneider clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely weighted ball. Arsenal ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Cruzeiro truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Zambrotta can so cleverly bypass the press. Gullit is herring after that one. Cruyff. Now Gilberto Silva. And it's Messi. And here's Del Piero. And Del Piero! And there's a goal! Cruzeiro are back on level terms. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams.
And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substituição em andamento.
And so we're off again.
Arsenal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Zambrotta. Thuram. And it's Rijkaard. For Rice. Cruyff. Vieira is always looking to break lines. Rijkaard. And it's Maldini. For Rice. Maldini. And it's Rijkaard. Plays the return pass. Thuram. Cruyff. And this is Ibrahimovic. Lahm. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Schneider. Lahm, who does have an assist to his name. Gilberto Silva. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff proves just a little bit too strong. Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Cruzeiro! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Del Piero demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And now he has two. Cruzeiro with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And it's Schneider. Seedorf. Rodri. Stood up well to him there. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Maldini. Chance here to counter. Rice wants to run onto this. It's gone out for a throw-in. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Rice.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Foot in. Well, that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted. Rodri. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Cruyff. He is through here.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 26. Camisa 18.
Oh, this looks sharp. Ooh, can he get onto this?
Camisa 14. Camisa 13.
Gilberto Silva changes him with that pass.
Camisa 22.
Ronaldinho.
Camisa 20. Camisa 21.
Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Nedved, Ibrahimovic.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Ibrahimovic. That is a brilliant interception. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Buffon herring after the ball here. The cutback, he leaps for it! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Pele brilliantly anticipated the delivery, and he'll be annoyed it didn't lead to more.
Now it's Ronaldinho, looking for the run. And this is Kurtza. And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Well, there is the steely focus of the man many would readily vote as the world's greatest. It was January 2018 that Virgil van Dijk first wore the famous red shirt. So I wonder, Jim, does he still rank as number one?
I would say so, Peter. In fact, the title-winning season of 2024-2025 was statistically one of his better seasons, having been one of the club's most consistent performers. Only missed one league game, this at a time when you think age and injuries are going to start slowing him down.
And that consistency is, amongst many other things, what makes him the man he is.
Absolutely.
That is good alertness. And they've been given a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He'll try from distance! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Schneider. Oh, he's having a go! Schneider! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Cruzeiro take the lead. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Vieira gives no quarter whatsoever. It'll be a throw-in. Rodri is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Oh, nicely intercepted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It's a pretty loose pass. Vitinha. Now it's Eto'o. Vieira. Gilberto Silva. And it's Lahm. And it's Seedorf. And here's Cruyff. Driving through the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's run loose here. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Seedorf. And this is Del Piero. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nice defending, physical and effective. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Seedorf, who's set up one goal so far. It's a sharp pass. Rodri. Looking to play him in. Seedorf. Looking for the run. Oh, it's Seedorf. He's having a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Gilberto Silva. He won't be happy with that one. Cruzeiro are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Rodri can see things others simply cannot. And it's Cruyff. Rodri proves too strong, too smart. Zambrotta. And here's the chance to counter. No way through there.
Eto'o clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Schneider. Seedorf. Salam. That's the end of the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Cruzeiro
up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Cruzeiro are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. Gets us going once more.
Cruzeiro definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Messi. And here's Eto'o. Is there any support? He might not need it. Shot at goal! It's in! Arsenal are level. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Eto'o, looking for options for movement. And this is Eto'o. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. In by Ibrahimovic. And that should get the job done.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vieira is the team's great visionary. Oh, well measured. He's being urged to shoot. That's good defending, very good defending. Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi. Lahm. And here's Del Piero. That has ended up in no man's land. And that is well cleared. Not the most accurate pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he get it through? Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Big chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Cruzeiro really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cruyff! Cruyff! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Cruzeiro really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Seedorf. And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! It's Ibrahimovic! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Ibrahimovic really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Arsenal have their second corner now.
Camisa 18. Camisa 5.
Bullish header! Oh, good finish. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Arsenal go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Desai. And it's Rodri. Has a look and plays it forward. Vitinha. Always onto this. And this is Hullet. Oh, he's burst through. And the shot! Figo. Now, can they get him away? And here's Götze. Van Dijk gets the foot in and wins the ball. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And it's Hullet. Time added on will be 2 minutes. No way through. Vitinha. And here's Hullet. And that is as far as it goes. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right position.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Sneijder clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Sneijder. That has been slung wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. But where it came from, he's a sharp little... goes for goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Del Piero has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Good running, strong and purposeful. And the pass is intercepted. Pullet. Great vision. Spread neatly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And it's Lampard. And here's Ibrahimovic. And this is Del Piero. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Couldn't squeeze it through. Zambrotta can so cleverly bypass the press. Now he's off and running. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Rodri. And this is Ibrahimovic. Great ball, and he's in here. Vieira. Del Piero. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's forced to go back. Pressing high and with purpose. Nice bit of trickery. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now, can they get him away? And the counter is on. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, nice touch. That is a brilliant interception. And he's straight offside. Now it's Ibrahimovic looking for the run, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Cruyff. Del Piero is onto this. Rodri. Waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Shot at goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And now they can clear their lines. Looking to play him in. Leicester promptly onto that, and that is that. Lampard. Pirlo, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Rodri gives no quarter whatsoever. Vieira. Here's Rodri. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Rice. Tries to play it through, but he's made sure that's not getting through.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Aims beyond the defence. And he thumps it clear. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Belgium really seemed to lose their way a bit, it has to be said, Peter, having started the game quite strongly. I think the boss is going to have to find a way to reignite the fire now.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Schneider. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And here's Del Piero.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Great defending, strong and determined. Vieira. And now the breakaway. Now it's Cruyff. Pirlo. Schneider. This is a promising build-up. Can he get on the end of this? Del Piero is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vitinha. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Pirlo. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That looks a good ball through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Schneider. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Zambrotta. And it's Rodri. Maldini. And it's Van Dijk. Mbappe chasing after it. Cruyff. Lampard. Ibrahimovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Threads one in.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the through ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Schneider. Pirlo. Can he get it through? That's the keeper's ball. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Zambrotta. Vieira. Now it's Cruyff. And here's Mbappe.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Vitinha. Lampard. And it's Del Piero. Knocks it into space. Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, this is a great position. Nice control. Schneider shoots! Oh, that could be pivotal! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Belgium look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
He's had it taken off him. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Ibrahimovic claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Kindly remove it, as it is about to
So
be
a game of
away.
thrills and tiny margins, so many what